Shalom to you. Today is January 8th, and we're bringing you the news as broadcasted on Channel 12. Today is the 94th day of the war, and there's another escalation in the north, as Israel assassinated one of the senior leaders of Hezbollah. And this happens on the day that Israel's military is announcing officially of the next level of the battles in Gaza, the third stage. The report is bringing us an update about the battle day in Gaza. The IDF is working in different locations in the Strip, in the north of the Strip, mainly in the south, but also in the middle. The Golani Brigade is fighting terrorists. Terrorists are surprising them under the ground, above the ground. Back to the north, the assassination of a senior Hamas leader of the Redwan Force. He was in charge and responsible for all of the anti-Israel actions or operations led by Hezbollah, led by him. Israel is getting ready for a response back from Hezbollah, so the alertness and readiness is very high right now. Wissam al-Tawil is his name, the one who was assassinated in Lebanon. But the message is this: Israel is not willing to tolerate any more activity against Israel on the northern border. Israel is ready for any scenario. He says then there are more stressful or tense days ahead of us. The anchor is asking the next reporter, Ahad Chemo, how is this assassination going to influence Hezbollah? Is this going to reduce the attacks over Israel? And the reporter says that this assassination is very meaningful. It's a significant one. Another interesting fact is the location, because the location of the assassination is 15 kilometers into Lebanon. It is still under the Litani River, and Israel is sending a message: do not be here in southern Lebanon. We want you above the Litani River. In Lebanon, the citizens are worried. They're saying that this might lead to another escalation. And reporters that are close to Hezbollah are saying that Hezbollah will definitely respond. And it seems like the attacks of Israel are becoming more and more frequent. Israel is less concerned right now. They're more proactive. After the assassination, Hezbollah attacks Israel. It sends rockets. 2 injured in Israel from the Hezbollah shooting. And the IDF continues to respond. And for the first time, Israel is bringing certain vehicles that are able to shoot longer range rockets. This has not been there until now, so this is a new thing. Israel is getting ready for escalation in the northern border. The hits today in the Israeli side by Hezbollah were in civilian places. The next story is about Blinken coming tomorrow from America, trying to find some sort of way to make an agreement between Hezbollah and Israel, Lebanon and Israel. But they're skeptical. Israel is skeptical. They're saying Blinken doesn't really have concrete solutions. The next story is that for the first time in a week, there have been rockets launched from Gaza to the center of Israel. Here, after 8 days, a series of rockets launched to the center of Israel. Here we see the rockets towards Tel Aviv. They were intercepted by the Iron Dome of Israel. So there were no injured, no casualties, no injured people. The reporter is saying that this area from where it's launched in the southern part of Gaza needs to be taken care of by the IDF. It's near the Philadelphia area between Gaza and Egypt. One of the main things that is happening right now in the Gaza Strip is happening in the southern part of Gaza. So we're speaking about now in the third stage of the war in Gaza. It's not that Israel is becoming shy in any way or surprised. Israel is very strong, very proactive in the third stage of the war in Gaza. They're continuing to work under the ground, above the ground, and here we'll see what Yoav Galant, the Minister of Defense, says to the soldiers. We're fighting for the existence of Israel so that October 7th will not happen again. This influences what happens in Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and Haifa. That's what Yoav Galant, the Minister of Defense, said. The next story is that for the first time we see a sign of life of Yoav Katzir. He's a hostage, 47 years old, in Gaza. Here's Elad Katzir. It is a sign of life. It's actually not the first one, but it may be a first one in a while. It says a sign of life from the hostage, Elad Katzir. It's the Islamic Jihad that releases this video. Channel 12 is not participating in the propaganda, so they're saying they're not showing the video. He's the son of Hana Katzir that was released. Here he is in normal, healthy days. We obviously see a big difference in his appearance. So they're thinking that it's meant to reach the international crowd. Next is about the very intricate, complex underground system of tunnels that is found once more in the central part of the Gaza Strip. We'll see the reporter right now with the forces in Gaza. It says in the last days, the IDF soldiers have found a very large network of tunnels underground. Whereas the rockets and unmanned vehicles and bombs here, it's actually factories where they prepare and manufacture rockets that will reach the center of Israel. But the most important part here is this part. He says here is a tunnel shaft which gets into many other places in Gaza, and all of those many tunnel shafts around will reach this factory. This officer says that in all of this area we found 15 different tunnel shafts. Every opening leads us to the factory. And it's going to be demolished in the next few days. Hamas puts the factories, the strategic factories, right under civilian houses. And he's saying it's not for no reason. They know that the IDF does not strike civilian houses in normal days without war. Just won't. But right now it's a different story. These fighting soldiers that have been here for the last 2.5 months are also missing their parents, missing their wives. They're saying, I love you, Mom, I miss you. Father, mother, I miss my wonderful wife and my children. You're stronger than all of us. I miss you. I hope to see you soon. I hope their families actually see it. The next is about the cry of the hostages. There's a new documentation published in the Daily Mail, one of the popular newspapers in England. These are 4 female hostages and their pictures before October 7th and after. These are hard pictures to see, but here's Karina Riev, 19 years old, from Jerusalem. This is how she looked like before October 7th. And this is what she looked like on the same horrible Black Saturday. Liri Albig, 18 years old. Here she is on October 7th, and it reads, "Don't forget us." Agam, she's a wonderful violinist, they say, and she's a gifted kid. And here's Daniela Gilboa, 19 years old. And you see the fright in her eyes here. She has dreams to become a singer. The reporter is saying it's hard to look at them. We need to look at them in their eyes and to imagine what they're going through. And this is really to just urge Israel, or whoever can, to help for the release of these girls, with many more hostages, over 130 hostages in Gaza. The next story is about Germany, how Germany is one of the most pro-Israel countries in Europe. According to one survey, 29% are supporting Israel more than they're supporting the Palestinians. According to another survey, 50% of the Germans believe that the attacks of the IDF in the Gaza Strip are rightly so. They're of a worthy cause after October 7th. There's no doubt, it says, that Germany is embracing us. But alongside the solidarity that Germany has been showing, the anti-Semitism in Germany has been increasing as well. For more stories, you can go to All Israel News. Follow us on social media. Like this video if you liked it. Please share this with your friends and families, as this news is probably not over there in your country. This is Rotem Magen for All Israel News.